box, and it is time for our main event here at the Foxwoods Resort and Casino in Connecticut. Corey Erdman alongside Ryan Grant. Let's get you up to our ring announcer for the official introductions.
The bout you've been waiting for all evening long. This historic event is scheduled for 12 rounds for the World Boxing Council Super Middleweight Championship of the World. Your referee, the man in charge of this bout from New Jersey, Eddie Cotton. The three judges scoring this bout at ringside are from Mexico, Gelasio Perez, from Belgium, Daniel Van der Wiel, and from France, Alfred Asaro. Now for the boxers. First, the challenger fighting out of the red corner. Tonight, he wears the leopard print trunks. He weighed in at a fighting 168 pounds. This fighter needs no introduction the world over. He hails from Providence, Rhode Island. He is a former two-time champion of the world. Tonight, he goes for his third world title and his historic 50th victory. He has a professional record of 49 wins, just 9 defeats, with 30 big wins coming by knockout. Please welcome the Tasmanian Devil, Vinny Paz. Next, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the reigning and defending champion. Tonight, he wears the black trunks. He weighed in at 167 pounds, hails from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, has a professional record of 34 wins, just 4 defeats, 3 draws, with 13 wins coming by knockout. Please welcome the WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World. Tonight, attempting to defend his crown for the second time, ladies and gentlemen, Éric Luca.
Received your instructions in the dressing room and at the rules meeting yesterday. I expect a good, clean fight. Let's touch gloves.
Let's check out the unified rules there. They just take it right off.
They just disappeared on us. Well, RG, earlier on this week, Éric Luca's trainer said 10 years ago this would be a tough fight for us. But Vinny Paz is over the hill now. We'll see if that's the case. Round 1. Scheduled for 12 with the WBC Super Middleweight title on the line. Luca in black, Vinny Paz in the leopard print.
And you know what? They're not lying about that. If this was 10 years ago, this would have been one of those reckless, abandoned, the real Tasmanian Devil. Back then they were calling Vinny Pazienza. And it had been a hell of a fight for Éric Lucas. Right now, Vinny Paz still has mobility and movement and looking real muscular and bigger than actually Éric Lucas.
Vinny Paz coming off 3 consecutive victories, but not against tough competition, essentially getting this title shot based on reputation. 2 years ago, he fought Dana Rosenblatt in a rematch on ESPN Friday Night Fights. It was the highest rated ESPN telecast ever, but he lost that one and then lost to Aaron Superman Davis then afterward. So certainly on the decline, but looking for one last revival, a 50th career win and a world title before he goes out.
And you see him pushing Éric Lucas right there, having him get out of the way, and Vinny Paz, being from Rhode Island, not too far here from the Foxwood Casino, always had that, and a Foxwood regular, always has that moral support of people just love it. And Vinny Paz, I gotta get used to calling Vinny Paz, is that guy that everyone always seems to grow to love. You know what I mean? He's just a good character, good charisma, and especially coming back from that tragic accident that he had years ago, to be boxing again at a high level just shows the type of determination this man has.
There certainly is no quit in this man, who went to the gym with the halo still screwed into his skull and found a way to come back. In his comeback fight, fought Luis Santana, a future world champion, and defeated him. Looking for a third world title here tonight against Éric Lucas.
30 seconds to the end of round one, and Luca being very patient and just smothering the former champion, Vinny Paz.
Lucas again.
Good jab and left hook to the body, left uppercut downstairs on Pazienza.
Vinny Paz, a lot of movement
Just
here in
missed
round
with that
one.
big right hand.
Off to a good start. More world title action coming up. Welcome back to Interbox Classics. The WBC Super Middleweight title is on the line. Éric Lucas traveling on the road to take on Vinny Paz. Éric Lucas tried to get this fight in Montreal last time out. He defeated Dingan Sobella. He had 15,000 people in the Bell Center. Tonight, at the Foxwoods, only 2,200 people. So you have to wonder, just why did he have to go on the road for this one?
Well, you know, he needs to get that TV exposure right now. So it's one of those fights that, yes, you got to go on the road. Yes, it's going to be against a smaller in-house audience. But the viewership of him getting on a big telecast right now is the opportunity that Lucas needs as being a world champion and being recognized not only in Canada but outside of the Canadian realm. He's a world champion. He's not fighting for a Canadian title right now.
That's a good counter left hook. One thing that's been pointed out all week long is that Lucas hasn't won a fight outside of Canada in 10 years.
So that's another reason why they want to bring the show on the road as close to an opponent's backyard as possible and get the job done.
That's obviously a crowd favorite, a television favorite.
Nice left hook there from Éric Lucas. And stop Paz right in his tracks there.
Paz has been doing a lot of moving, but hasn't had a lot of success so far. Lucas blocks those hooks to the body.
Break. Nice job. Come on, Vinny. Let's go. Be under control. Come on.
You're hearing Eddie Cotton let him know. Keep it cool, Vinny.
Paz has been notoriously good at dragging his opponents into brawls, making them emotional fights. And he tried to get stuff started at the press conference this week. Lucas just wouldn't bite on that. He said, if Paz does some clowning around, I'm just going to pop him with a jab.
That's all he needs to do, and you're seeing right now. The right eye, Vinny Pazienza's cut. A nice left hook again, and it looked like it just a rock. Pazienza in the middle of the ring right there.
And Paz had to stabilize himself right there after the right hand. Lucas not known as a big puncher whatsoever. It looks like there might be some blood on the right eye of Vinny Paz.
Yep. He opened up a cut, and it could have been off that left hook. Not the first one, early in that round. And then there's that jab. A good right hand off of that block there from Éric Lucas.
Neither of us noted a clash of heads, so we're going to have to assume.
There it is, that left hook again getting through. Lucas finding a home with the combination off that left hand. But he sent the tone off of that jab and off that left hook.
Éric Lucas taking control in the second round.
We're going to have to go to work on that cut on Vinny Paz's eye. Because Paz has been cut in a numerous of fights.
It's the punch that opened that eye. It's the punch.
And you're hearing the referee letting the quarters know.
Kevin Rooney in the corner of Vinny Paz.
He needs this, I think.
Just check out the replay right now. You're seeing the cuts already open there.
You're gonna have to mix it up on him,
Lucas
man.
stepping
You gotta
back,
get in there.
getting that right hand to the body, taking that step back. And make it a miss, and you can see Lucas is taking that defensive awareness.
That put some pressure on him, Vinny.
Here it is early right here. And they're saying that could be the moment right there. And it didn't look like too much of a punch.
No, that might be a bad break for Vinny Paz.
Yeah, it looks like that could have been the moment right there. That open the cut. You see Vinny touching his eye right off of that.
Well, definitely a bad break for Vinny Paz in the second round. Neither he nor his trainer, Kevin Rooney, contested that whatsoever. So on we go. We'll have to keep an eye on that, of course. That would be a TKO if it were to be stopped for any reason because of that cut. So we move into round 3 of the super middleweight title bout.
Nice three-punch combination from Pazienza right there. Getting them all through on Luca.
Vinny Paz fights best when he's fired up, and it looks like he's found a reason to pick up the tempo here in the main event.
You see it on the punch test there. Luca just outlanding and out-throwing Pazienza that whole round 2.
Finding success so far with the jab as well. Vinny Paz with a real wide guard. You could sneak that left hand in there. Now, in his prime, Paz was able to use his legs as his defense, RG. He didn't really have to worry about where his hands were. He would just get out of the way. And as he's gotten older, he hasn't been able to get out of the way of punches the way that he could as a youngster.
And he's getting hit with a lot of uppercuts on the inside there from Lucas when he's stepping in. He had good upper body movement. Pazienza slipping and rolling off of shots like he's doing right there. It's just that the timing when you get older just slows you down.
Vinny Paz won a world title before Éric Lucas had even turned pro. Of course, winning the WBC lightweight title over Greg Haugen back in '87. Éric Lucas didn't take the headgear off until '91.
And stepping off the ropes and coming back, Pazienza. Oh, and running into a left hook. But this is the type of fight Vinny Pazienza loves to do. He loves to get in that cage and fire shots and not scared to fight fire with fire.
This is exactly what Kevin Rooney said at the press conference. Éric Lucas loves to fight, and that's what Vinny Paz wants. He wants somebody who comes to him, and Éric Lucas has been bringing that fight so far through 3 rounds.
And Éric Lucas just patiently picking shots, finding a home with that right hand. And slipping nice and easy shots there.
Come on. Time. Come on.
Pazienza always trying to get that the last say.
We'll be able to take a listen into the Vinny Paz corner here.
That was a better round. That's what you got to do. Feint. When he throws his body, you know, he can throw that right hand, you throw the jab, you're going to slip it. Look for that. Throw your jab and slip and look for the left hook right away. And double up on his body shot. You only hit him 1 punch at a time. Okay. Body, and switch to the head. Put 3-punch combinations together. You hear me? Yeah. How you feel, right? Yeah. You won that
Check out the
round.
replay. Nice little 3-punch combination there from Pazienza.
Hard aim too.
And he comes off that rope. Boom, it just missed the left hook. On the other side, I'm not here. Yang, and gets back with that right hand. Old school attacks from an old school veteran trying to get that 50th win here tonight. And then bam, he runs into the left hook, being a little bit too reckless.
Almost like a pro wrestling style clothesline coming off the ropes there from Vinny Paz. Round 4. Éric Lucas, Vinny Paz, WBC super middleweight title on the line. Lucas in the black, Vinny Paz in the leopard print. Lucas fighting basically in Vinny Paz's backyard. Spent so much time here at the Foxwoods Resort and Casino. Lucas hasn't fought on the road very often.
You've seen another stellar out-punch round there from Éric Lucas, even though you've seen Pazienza picking up the pace a little bit on the shots. It's just the precision and accuracy from Éric Lucas that's getting through on Vinny Paz all day long.
In his earlier days, RG, Vinny Paz very rarely found himself in a fight where he was at a disadvantage for hand speed. But right now, you don't say this very often about Éric Lucas either, but he seems to be the quicker fighter.
He's a lot snappier. You know, when you win that green strap, or anything that's shining right there as a champion, that confidence flies up through the roof. You feel you're not just the champ of the moment, you're the champ of the world. So you're going in there fighting differently, your approach is different. You're fighting a former world champion that was a champ at a lighter weight, but bringing that same speed and accuracy at a heavier weight class. Éric Lucas is looking like a real stellar champion right now against a real true veteran champion, Vinny Paz.
He said he's improved dramatically over the last 4 years. Lost in his third attempt for the world title against Glenn Catley. He got stopped in the final round, but he said he hurt his right hand. He didn't have any pop. He showed that because in the rematch when he won the title, he knocked Catley out in the 7th round.
Clean out like a light.
Break, step back, step back, step back, step back.
Paz not jumping in quite as often here in the 4th. Lucas has been keeping him at bay. Vinny Paz shouting at Éric Lucas, trying to drag him into that firefight.
A nice uppercut step back there from Lucas.
Come on, good job, Vinny. Come on.
Good right hand over the top of that back from Éric Lucas.
Lucas staying calm and composed. Maybe the best round for him so far in this bout.
And good combination towards the ending of the round again. And you see Pazienza still talking his trash. These guys walking to their corners.
Welcome back to Winterbox Classics. Éric Lucas defending his WBC super middleweight title against Vinny Paz. And coming off the best round of the fight for him in round 4. We move into round 5, scheduled for 12.
And Vinny's got to watch those motions there. He's pushing off, even though it's not intentional headbutt. Just looks bad, him pushing his head into.
Well, he doesn't want to bounce off the ropes and into a right hand either.
Trading on the inside, nothing clean and clear. But Éric Lucas getting through with majority of the shots, being more patient than Vinny Pazienza, getting through that nice jab. He's finding a home for that jab right now. And Vinny keeps trying to step in with his jab. Look right there.
Paz certainly on his toes a lot less than he was in the first 3 rounds. You wonder about the gas tank. See, Teddy Atlas gave round 4, curiously, to Vinny Paz. Here in the booth, we'll have to respectfully disagree with Mr. Atlas.
And Paz trying to get that uppercut left hook combination on Lucas, but Lucas seeing all the shots coming. And Lucas being a stalker right now. I think what Lucas got to start working downstairs and start instead of being a headhunter and wasting shots.
A lot of upper body movement, a lot of head movement from Vinny Paz. With a way to neutralize that is to aim low, maybe aim at the chest. WBC title that on the line here tonight. Been in Canada for a little while. Davey Hilton, of course, won that from Dingaan Tabella. It became vacant. And Lucas fought
a nice little step back. Right hand from Lucas as Vinny Paz stepped in right into barrage of shots. 20 seconds left in round number 5. And Éric Lucas starting to pick up the pace and steal the rounds.
Left hand to the body by Éric Lucas. Vinny Paz responds. Triple jab at the end of the round, and Paz kind of bull rush him at the end of round 5.
He's been doing that every round since.
Reste là, Éric. Calmement. Plus lent que ça. Essaie de prendre des longs. Plus long. Encore. Des longs. Essaie de la garder, celle-là. Oui, excellent, Éric. Éric, le jab en face. Descends ta tête, range ça dans les côtes, Éric. Il faut que tu rentres ça dans les côtes. On se bat pour 2 minutes, ça marche. Des bombes au corps. Des jabs, des mains lousses. Elle dit de la vitesse en haut, des explosions dans le corps. Ça marche. Si tu teases avec ton jab, tu vas être capable de la placer sur la scène. Parce qu'il se déplace.
Seen notable world champions, Canadian world champions, Davey and Matthew Hilton, Johnny Coulon, George Dixon, Eric Lucas there. You know, a real repertoire of super middleweights right down to heavyweights. You're talking about there's no heavyweights earlier, and this was a long time ago where we have a heavyweight notable champion in the Canadian scene. And it's good that you see in a guy like Eric Lucas, who to me, a technical boxer, we know it, we've seen him fight on numerous times, not recognized as being a power puncher, but a hard-working guy to make himself adapt to being good, to put himself in that spot of being a world champion right now.
And as a trainer, RG, I would imagine it's a guy like Éric Lucas who's technically sound and does everything focusing on the basics. He's the kind of guy you would want to show the kids as they're coming into the gym.
100%, because this is more or less the prototype that you want to have as being a young boxer. You're looking at defense, your hands are back up. You're not doing anything reckless. You're being patient on your shots.
And this fight kind of illustrates what's curious about boxing, because Vinny Paz, in a lot of ways, doesn't do anything correct. But he's made it work for so many years, has won 2 world titles.
The one thing with Vinny that he got in comparisons to a lot of skillful guys, he's got more heart than most of the fighters that are in the ring. You know what I mean? At any weight class. Good Mr. with uppercut again through that right hand.
Maybe he hasn't done much recently to earn this title shot.
He threw like 6 jabs, getting through some shots, but because his hands are too low and he's trying to trade back, walking back with some hooks, he's getting hit right over his gloves.
For what he's done throughout his career, you would have to say he's earned this title shot nonetheless, regardless of what he's done in his last 5 fights.
Oh yeah, because he's one of the veteran guys in the game that made the step and probably never got that chance to get that title fight, so he's getting it so late.
He's hanging in
Nice
there.
left hook to the body there from Luca.
Khan now turning southpaw, switches back. Interesting strategy here from Luca in this round. It's giving Vinny Paz the opportunity to shoot shine a little bit.
And coming back and looking like he might have got Luca with the and another left hook there from Paz. And Paz is flirting off the ropes, and Luca also getting through the flurry of his own.
Hold time. Good job. Good job. Come on, man.
And the people in the Foxwoods Resort and Casino are starting to believe that maybe Vinny Paz could pull this off.
People loving what's going on. And cheering behind Vinny Paz. Stefan LaRouche letting him know the amount of times you had him on the ropes there. You're standing there and you look like you got him hurt. You're not capitalizing on it. Let him know, keep working him to the body. Keep touching him downstairs in the body. And then right after that, finish back up top.
You see it, Tony Siragusa, one of the more popular NFLers in recent memory, a big boxing fan, a friend of Vinny Paz. In attendance here tonight. Also an ESPN employee. Luka, when he fired back, was having some success against Vinny Paz. He just needed to take the initiative and do it.
And he's finding a home with that double jab. Still needs to just start letting Paz weather the storm a little bit and keep picking the shots, and don't be just stand still that you're letting Paz get those shots back off.
Got tripling up the jab there a moment ago. Paz trying to find spots in this round to fight within. Typically have a couple flurries per round. Luka needs to start filling those gaps. See Teddy Atlas giving the last 2 rounds to Luka, despite those flurries from Vinny Paz. Luka finds a home for that right hand once again.
And the one thing that Luka's not paying attention to, like his head movement, and he's moving well, and he's not trying to get hit with shots. But after he finishes throwing, I'll say even 80% of the time he stays right in front of his opponent to try to fire back. Just have that step back or time up. There's no need to play the hero and get hit unnecessarily and make Vinny Paz get back involved in the fight.
Paz at this point in his career, fighting in spurts. You see when he's on the ropes, RG is kind of pulling the cord, trying to fill up the gas tank for another go at it.
100%. A good, nice lead right hand there from Vinny Paz.
Paz kind of smacking his quadriceps there, trying to get some life back into his legs, bouncing around on his toes.
With 40 seconds left to the end of the 7th round here.
This is exactly where you would expect the champion who is 9 years younger to really start taking control of this fight. Right hand by Vinny Paz. Curling it around the guard of Luka.
Luka should just be dictating the pace off of that jab.
Come on, man, let's go.
We expect that to be another round for Luka. Take a listen to Into the Corner to Kevin Rooney and Vinny Paz. Richard Grant, another super middleweight contender.
Gotta change that hair color though.
Might be a big Dennis Rodman fan.
Let me take you that home right now.
See, you want to take that home, you better take that haircut and change color home, baby. Richard Grant, a real serious fighter, good contender.
Come on, baby, you want. Understand what I'm saying? When you get in, boom, boom, step to the side, step to the right. Step to the right and bang them. And step behind them. And step behind them. You understand?
Seconds out.
I think the corner advice right there, RG, kind of illustrates the problems for Vinny Paz at this point in his career, the limitations. And when he throws those combinations, he's flat-footed. He can't get away. He can't turn his opponent the way he once could.
Right, I think that's part of this, could be the accident. Just a lot, your body, the oldness in the game a little bit. Could tend to a lot of things, but technically, boxing and seeing like what he remembers, he's doing everything the way they're supposed to be done. Like picking his shots well, but not as savvy as he used to. You know, he's fighting at a way bigger weight class than he was when he was I think he was lightweight champion. Lightweight. He was like 30 pounds. Seeing it on Teddy's scorecard, I don't know what fight he's seeing here, but giving Paz that last round. Honestly, I give Paz 1 round, if any, of this fight. And you see the next graphic there of the judges that were just showing up there.
All international judges.
Which is good.
You would hope that they're not influenced by the hometown crowd. Obviously in favor of Mr. Paz. Looking for a 3rd world championship.
Good 4-punch combination, finish closing with that left hook there from Luca. Good right hand to the body downstairs. Nice timing uppercut there from Eric Lucas. Waiting for Vinny Paz to step in. And as soon as he made that step with that defense just a little bit open, found the home for that nice little short uppercut.
Break. Come on.
Caught timing Vinny Paz well there. He's done a good job of cutting off the ring here tonight. I don't know whether that's because the mobility is somewhat limited on the part of Vinny Paz, or if Luca is just timing him well.
Again.
2 double left hook, and Pazienza wants more.
Pazienza comes back with a hook of his own. After snarling at Luca.
Come on, Vinny, pick him up.
And Vinny trying to just swim his way through shots and running into a left hook again and answering back. Both of them getting hit with left hooks.
Trading left hooks at the end of round 8. Good action in this World Championship bout. Welcome back to Winterbox Classics, and you take a look at Omar Sheikha, who was actually rumored to face Eric Luca here tonight. However, Vinny Paz got that spot instead. Sheikha feeling a little bit slighted that he was overlooked. But Vinny Paz doing his best to maybe wrestle that World Championship away from Eric Luca. Putting up a decent fight, but we would imagine behind on the scorecards at this point in the 9th round.
And you know the one thing with Vinny Paz getting involved and seeing this is the first competitive rounds of throwing and landed punches that I'm seeing from Vinny Paz throughout the whole fight with Eric Lucas. It'd be interesting in seeing like how Teddy Atlas has this fight scored and how the judges have the fight scored. And it might be even Vinny Paz being devil's advocate right now, winning that title and getting Omar Sheikha that shot that he was supposed to get tonight.
Well, from our vantage point, I think we're in agreement. We have given Vinny Paz 1 round thus far, and Eric Luca the remainder.
Nice stiff jab again from Luca.
Again, Paz has enough flashy moments in all of these rounds, and it's something he's done his entire career, that he catches the judge's eyes. It can sometimes win rounds and steal them away when perhaps he shouldn't have won those rounds.
No, 100%, and he does it well where he'll do that like a couple rounds at the end, snarl, walk into the corner where it looks like, oh, he's actually still wanting to go. Moments like this where he puts his hands down, I might get back a barrage of shots where it was the flashpoint moment that I remember in that round and steal the round that way.
The shining example of that, many years ago, he had that very controversial fight with Hector Camacho.
Yeah.
And then he felt that he won. One of the scorecards read 117-110 Camacho. So the same type of situation. Paz trying to do what he can with the skill set that he has at 39 years of age.
Good jab to the body there from Paz. Nice stiff jab in the body.
Double jab from Eric Luca. Paz just smiles. And if you're scoring the bout on the 4 categories that you would score a round upon. Paz is never going to get the nod, at least in this fight, based on defense. Just letting those jabs land here in the 9th round.
No, not at all. And the thing is, they're not. They're stinging and piercing jabs that are doing the damage on the eye and to the body of Pazienza. Nice left hook again.
Come on, Vinny. Let's go.
Take a listen into the corner of Éric Lucas, Stéphane Larouche, Yvon Michel.
Mais comme ça, t'es vivant devant, tu l'as trouvé le timing, all right?
Maintenant, oui, le cheveu, c'est lui qui fasse ça. Tu n'as pas besoin de courir après, il va venir courir, tu le fais manquer, tu le prends quand tu veux.
Éric, ça va se passer par en dessous. Si ton crochet de gauche, tu l'étires un peu, tu le pousses, tu le tires un peu trop. Ça va se passer par en dessous. Je suis convaincu de ça. Quand ça va passer par en dessous, après ça, ta loupe va pouvoir y aller. Mais ta loupe, il faut qu'elle soit compacte. OK? Pas que ce soit une grande loupe, que ce soit compact. Mais à chaque fois qu'il veut rentrer sur toi, Éric, tu squattes un peu, tu restes vivant, pop, ça va rentrer par en dessous.
Talking about the same opening of that uppercut, it's going to happen in between. He's telling him, look for those shots in between. Don't worry about trying to land those big hooks. Once you get those uppercuts in between, boop, then you want to close the show off with a hook.
Lucas breathing heavy in the corner, but conditioning never been an issue for him throughout his career as we move into these championship rounds. Round 10 scheduled for 12. His opponent last time out, Dinganto Bello, whom he knocked out, came in 2 pounds overweight. Lucas a full pound under the super middleweight limit. And Paz flat-footed more and more often. Lucas kind of kept the same pace throughout.
And trying, as soon as you said that, he's trying to get a little bit of spunk on his legs, trying to get a little bit of life. Good head movement there from Pazienza. But the thing is, he does everything in moments. He's a moment-by-moment type of fighter. Can't do that against a world champion guy like Éric Lucas. And Lucas taking his time, blocking on defense.
Jab to the body by Lucas. Is that what you tell your fighters in the gym when they face guys with a lot of herky-jerky movement up top, kind of aim low or try to come underneath like Stéphane Larouche is saying?
Kick it in reverse. Break the tree down from the bottom. You're gonna bring a tree down from the top, you know. You get what I'm
waving
saying?
in the wind.
That's all it is. He's gonna knock the leaves out, make a mess, instead of bring that whole tree down from the bottom. Then pick your shots back upstairs.
Nice job. Oh. Go back.
Because actually, when you start getting through with some body shots from downstairs, good stiff jab there from Éric Lucas.
Come back.
When you start breaking those shots downstairs, the arms start falling a little bit. Everything opens up top. Nice right straight hand to the right hand, right to the stomach again from Éric.
Maybe he can hear your commentary right now. Vinny Paz pounding his chest, telling him, go ahead, hit me downstairs. And Éric Lucas has been doing that. And Paz hasn't responded with anything other than barking in this round. Another jab finds its way through. Blood covering the face of Vinny Paz.
Nice little right hook out of the side of the air from Lucas.
You have to respect the will to fight. He tries to flurry here at the end of round 10.
Stop punching. Don't use your shoulder no more either.
But Paz just doesn't seem to have it here tonight.
Look at that.
And that said, he's proven us wrong his entire career. Take a look around at the crowd of 2,200 here at the Foxwoods Resort and Casino.
Always good and always busy and always a good fight atmosphere for everyone to see. Check out the replay from that last round. See a nice little stiff step in right hand. just to distract and bother Luka. There's that slip again, left hook. This with that right hand. There's that stiff jab there from Luka on that angle.
Okay, go ahead. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Time in. Let's go. Seconds out.
Round 11. WBC super middleweight title on the line. Éric Luka in black. And Vinny Paz. If you've never seen him fight, in the flashier trunks, as he typically is.
You see punches thrown through round 10. 590, 92-18 from Lucas.
And the punch stats don't always tell the entire tale, and certainly they aren't always right. But I think this is illustrating what's going on in the fight, that Luka doing the more steady work, the consistent work, whereas Paz is coming in flurries and trying to make you remember those moments that he has throughout the round.
That's the thing, and because he's such a emotional, verbal type of fighter, you will remember the moments what Paz did in comparison to the chopping the tree down method that Éric Lucas has as a boxer.
Paz picking up the pace just a little bit. Maybe sensing he might need something big down the stretch.
And talking some smack to Lucas, trying to get back in some shots.
Luka always calm and collected. Wasn't baited into any fireworks at the press conference and hasn't bought into what Paz is selling here. So he defends his world title.
Left hook upstairs and fall downstairs. 35 seconds. I don't think it's smart for Paz to try to rest on the ropes. He's better off tying up and working. Good left uppercut there from Lucas.
And Paz again, 25 seconds left in the round. Trying to close out in style.
Nice left hook answer back from Éric Luka.
Now Luka seemingly having success through every portion of the ring. Countering off the ropes. And clearly the quicker man in the center of the ring.
Time. Oh. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
Vinny Paz always the busier fighter after the bell, though.
How you feel? You all right? You gotta knock him out the ring. You know that. You know that. I know it's close, but it's too close. You're gonna have to knock him out. It's no worse. Try to mix it up with him. Move on and attack him and viciously attack him.
On gagne le combat, c'est pas un trop. Mais t'es capable du faire mal. T'es encore capable du faire mal. Si tes coups sont courts et compacts, c'est explosif. C'est deux mains. C'est pas une main.
Last round.
Deux mains. Tu ne laisses pas avoir le dernier mot.
Let's check out the replay from this last round here.
Last round.
And see if this champion gonna turn on that champion type status right now against a former champ. There's that hook off that jab finisher, that right hand from Éric Lucas. And you're seeing Vinny Paz saying a good job and trying to lure him on. You're seeing Éric winding up that right hand and getting through with it.
Come in. Let's go. Boxers, come in. Oh.
12th and final round.
Touch gloves. Go.
Vinny Paz making his last stand. Can he pull out a miracle victory, his 50th, and capture a third world title?
And you hear in his corner, letting him know you gotta knock him out to win this fight. There's only that way. There's the only way it's gonna get done right now. You have to knock him out.
Vinny Paz always super confident, telling his corner, I think it's close. It might be, but probably not. The judges are seeing what we've seen on this broadcast. Luka comfortably ahead, and Paz will need that knockout Well, it's Lucas with the heavy blows so far.
You just missed the uppercut. You get answered back by Luca with that left hook. And you hear the crowd at the Foxwoods are chanting USA.
Well, Lucas wore that Canadian hockey jersey down to the ring, so he's only egging them on.
Yep. Good job. Okay.
Nice little three-punch combination. Luca just moving and boxing, switching with southpaw. Nice triple jab.
Paz isn't helping his case, eating those. He needs something big as we're closing in on the final minute of the 12th round.
And you see in the flurry and the work from both these guys, tailing off in the last minute.
Well, whatever Paz has left, he's going to let it go.
His hands right down, trying to get that war, that killer instinct in him to try to make that last hurrah, that last push. 50 seconds, 45 seconds to try to get that 50th win right now. And you never want to see like a fighter like Vinny Paz and the adversity that he's been through in his life to come back to take a beating like this against a young stud boxer right now that's getting through with a jab the way he is, and Vinny's just hitting himself in the head, saying that's all you got. Vinny doesn't have to stay and walking into punches. He doesn't need to walk into shots like that.
Ever the showman. Giving it all he's got at the end of the 12th round. He gets ripped to the right hand.
And both of these guys traded some shots towards the end. And both of them going at it.
Oh, good bout, fellas. Good bout.
And that will be it.
Good job, both of you. Good job.
Whether he won or he lost, Vinny Paz, as always, putting on a show for the crowd here at the Foxwoods Resort and Casino. With Éric Lucas behaving like a champion, and we would think will still be one at the end of this fight.
Just flipping a lot of shots, picking his punches, just real fluent. Let's check out the replays from that last round. Vinny Paz just walking in, getting hit with 3 stiff jabs right away, and then taking that step back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's
we have
get
a
you up to
unanimous
Frank Carpano
decision.
to make it official.
Judge Vanderweel scores at 116 to 110. Judge Asaro scores at 117 to 112. And Judge Perez scores at 119 to 110 for the winner. And still WBC Super Middleweight Champion of the World, Éric Lucas.